Hello guys, just a quick video for you today. I know a lot of you are not particularly F1 fans or car model fans, but I did treat myself to this lovely little kit recently and I thought I'd show you it. As you can see, this is from Studio27, who tend to make F1 kits that you can't get from other manufacturers. So Fujimi, Tamiya for example make lots of 1/20th scale kits, but they tend to be the more common cars, whereas Studio27 seems to have a much wider range of more niche subjects. This particular car is the Arrows A18, which is the car that Damon Hill drove in the 1997 F1 season, and this particular model is from the Hungarian Grand Prix. Hungary, of course, is where Hill very nearly won the race in this very underrated Arrows car, suffering a technical failure only in the final few laps. You can get these kits from various places, but to be honest, I found the Studio27 website to be the best place. Most modern web browsers will translate a web page for you, so it's fairly easy to navigate the Japanese interface. And I bought several things from them now, and they're very good about contacting you with the shipping costs, and things arrive really quickly actually. As you can see, they've got a great range of kits. Most of these will never be available in more mainstream kits. Certainly not at this scale. The Minardi's up there, they're a lovely car, not successful, but a lovely paint scheme from 1990, 1991. The older Williams models there, all kinds of good stuff, some Brabhams. I could spend a lot of money on this website. Anyway, let's take a look inside the box. These are multimedia kits, both resin and metal. We'll look at the instructions shortly. Nice, really sturdy packaging. Then our car itself, or the majority of it, is just two resin pieces. We've got some rubber tyres here which were stapled to the cardboard at the bottom. Some metal wheel rims. Then a big plastic box of lots of white metal parts. We've got a front wing in there, we've got some suspension parts in there. Let's have a look at these separately, and we'll start with the instruction manual. It's not so much an instruction manual as a sort of a set of diagrams. They're not even numbered steps. So obviously not for the beginner modeler. We've got the rear of the car here, building up the rear suspension. So there's no engine in this car, unlike the Tamiya kits and the Fujimi kits. This is a curbside model. Really, this is just telling us what parts go where, rather than telling us anything about the sort of sequence that they go in or anything like that. So I can imagine while building this, quite a lot of dry fitting will be needed. Down there at the bottom of the page, we put the upper body onto the floor. Then we've got the wings, front and rear, and then simply the final step there is just everything together. So yes, I'd say more general guidance than step-by-step instructions, but I think that's okay for me. We've got a sort of part map there, parts detail, and you can see that there aren't actually that many parts. And then we've got the painting and deco guide at the top. Talking of decals, if you've got one of these kits and you're not sure where yours are, you think they're missing, they'll be underneath like this, most likely. In fact, not only are my decals there, but we have some photo etch too. So we've got some radiator grills there and some end plates for the wings by the looks of it. So we've got two decal sheets. The first one here is mainly the sponsors' logos. They look pretty decent. Perhaps quite thick, so I'll have to see how those go down. And then the second decal sheet is more the main body colours. These make me a bit nervous. I'm never really a fan of large areas of colour as decals, but certainly that centrepiece there for the nose will be very hard to paint because it's got the silver stripe down the side. In fact, actually the centrepiece probably could be masked, but the curves on the side there will be very difficult to mask. Let's take a look at some of the pieces. So here is the main body piece. Lovely smooth moulding there, really high quality. Got a couple of minor bits there that will need sanding away, but nothing major. Quite deep sort of panel lines on the body. They're present on all F1 cars, but a lot of the kits don't seem to show them. Nice smooth flat underside as well, which will be really helpful for attaching it to the tray, the floor. And looking at that floor, those holes would suggest to me that we need to screw the floor to the resin rather than just glue or epoxy it. But again, a few small minor areas to clean up, but it's nice and flat, it's not warped or anything, which is obviously the main concern for pieces like that. Looking in the box of metal parts, if I can get them open. Oh, there's some resin in here as well. So we've got the resin driver's seat by the looks of it. White metal suspension, we've got a steering wheel in there that I can see as well. So in many ways, this pieces you'd expect to see in a plastic kit, but they're all just in metal instead. There's that resin driver's seat. Perhaps lacking a bit of detail, certainly no seat belts that I can see. Would expect holes in that seat too for the seat belts to come from below. We then have this metal instrument panel, which should fit just on the front of the seat, I think, by the looks of it. 2 small pins, 2 small holes. And again, if I can get my fat fingers out of the way. There we go, we don't even need to drill those holes out, they seem to go in there perfectly. That gives me confidence that things are going to fit quite well in this kit. And again, that seat just slots into that place there on the floor, with the body over the top. So it certainly looks nice and neat and crisp and well fitting. And then this is the rear crash box structure. Nice clear grooves there, mounting points for the rear suspension. They should slot in there hopefully. Perhaps it's this piece, I'm just guessing here. Looks like it probably is. Yeah. The front wing is made from these white metal pieces. It's interesting they've used that metal for the end plates as well. A lot of detail upsets for other kits tend to use photo etch for those. But again, with no clean-up, straight out the box, they seem to fit together well. Although that end plate definitely is quite thick. We've got a tiny bag here of screws and then some kind of bar. I'm not sure what that copper bar is for or where it would go on the construction. Actually, there's 2 of them in there. So overall, it looks like the fit is quite decent and the detail's pretty good as well on this kit. At the risk of tempting fate, it doesn't look like this kit is going to fight as much as some resin kits might do. So there we go guys, I said it was a quick video and indeed it was. Do let me know guys if you'd like to see a build video of this, or perhaps if you'd just like to see a short maybe of the final result, or a really short video just showing the key steps in the sequence, the build sequence. I know F1 is not everyone's cup of tea. I want to say thank you to all of you for watching. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters and YouTube members. And I'll let the great Murray Walker play you out. Thanks for watching guys.
Yes, Damon Hill almost looked as though he nudged the Ferrari. Move over, you can feel him saying in the cockpit, I'm going through, and Damon Hill leads. Oh boy, Damon Hill goes into the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Lap 11, Damon leads again in Hungary, and because Damon Hill is now on his 76th lap out of 77, it's a nail-biting situation, with Villeneuve gaining. 24 seconds is the gap now between the A-lings, slowing Damon Hill, there he is.
Oh no, he's cruising, Murray, he's absolutely cruising. He's obviously lost a lot of use of the throttle or something. Look, he's going very, very slowly.
This is quite incredible. Damon Hill is round turn 5 in this 14-turn race. Now he's running quite quickly as far as an ordinary motorist race is concerned, but paralytically slow as far as Formula One is concerned. And iterating the
Yes,
space
he's right
between
behind
the top.
him, look. Here
There
comes
he is.
Villeneuve.
Villeneuve's going to take the lead. Villeneuve is going to win the Hungarian Grand Prix. Oh, Damon, the whole of the world's heart will go. Villeneuve takes to the grass. And Damon Hill, is he even going to finish second? Well, I said earlier on that no matter what happened to Damon, he can hold his head high at the end of the Hungarian Grand Prix after a quite unbelievable drive. Johnny Herbert